Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.
Greetings. Welcome to episode 131 of 15 Minutes of Genius. We bring on great founders, people that are running awesome companies, been in the business for a while, a lot of experience. We bring on not only CPG people, but also people that do public speaking, people that are consultants, manufacturing, investors, all that stuff. When I say public speaking, I'm not talking about Tony Robbins yet. I'm talking about someone that's in Toastmasters that's pretty damn good, and they want to get their shot at a podcast. So that kind of person. So big plug to Mark Nicholas, Mark Adam at HaddenBeatStudios.net. He's our guy. Any camera on you? No, there's no camera on you. So, but usually we show the camera on him. He's actually operating everything from a van right outside the studio. So like, I'm literally alone in the studio. There's no one around me. It's all AI happening right here. It's Elon Musk's, dream coming to life. Everything's being operated by AI, right? No human involvement at all. Maybe I'm AI, right? Genius AI at your service. 15 minutes of genius. All right, I'm gonna stop making stupid jokes. All right, so again, make sure to reach out to Mark Adam at HaddenBeatStudios.net. He is your guy for editing, for if you want to do social media videos, if you want to do podcasts, he can do it all. Make sure to reach out to him. So our guest on this very special episode, honored to have this guy on. He's been in the business a while, has launched and seen through very successful companies that are on the shelf today. Matt Clifford, he's the CEO of Keto Krisp by the company called CanDo, which I love that company name, very inspiring. So a little bit about Keto Krisp by CanDo. It's about focusing on what you can do with the one life you're given, not what you can't. So one of the co-founders, Adam, it's a very amazing story. Adam Bremen, he's the larger-than-life co-founder of CanDo, as mentioned, makers of Keto Krisp, protein bars. He's been in a wheelchair his entire life for mobility. After being born with cerebral palsy, being confined to a wheelchair, Adam has always had to go above and beyond to find ways to live an active, healthy lifestyle, which is what transpired in 2017 when he found the keto lifestyle, which inspired Keto Krisp. So it is a low-carb, low-sugar, and optimal protein keto bar with a flavor-forward approach and steadfast commitment to clean, quality ingredients. And it's a great freaking bar. I've had it in Whole Foods. It was recommended to me by Whole Foods employees, so this stuff is spreading like wildfire. So, Matt, how you doing, my friend?
Good to have on. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, thanks for being here. You got some laundry action in the back before we started taping. Your wife was doing the laundry and all this stuff in the background, and she said hi. She's welcome to do another laundry bomb on the air.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll become a TikTok video.
I'm not a fan of the Zoom backgrounds. This is what you get. You get it all. This is my life, and you take it or leave it.
It's reality. It's reality. We love to see reality. I mean, if you're not seeing an unmade bed in the background on a Zoom call, you're not having a real Zoom call.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot. Usually people spend time digesting what's going on here, but we'll gloss over that and we can dive into the substance.
The focus is on you. Everything else just blurs in the background from your presence. So that was well done. We covered that up pretty well. All right. So let's go into, there's a big story. I want to talk about you first because, we're all on LinkedIn. It's LinkedIn and TikTok. Yep. Everything else is being eliminated from social media, it seems. And, you're a founding board member of Naturally San Diego. You're an advisor at Rodeo CPG. We had Zach on, D'Angelo in an earlier episode. You're a co-founder and COO of Barnana. You're a board member of Upcycled Food Associate. You've done so much. Talk about your experience, how you got into the space, some past experiences, kind of touch on Barnana. So I'll stop there, but I'd love to hear your story.
No, excellent. I think that the first thing I'll say is, this is obviously a story looking backwards, right? So it's going to make a lot more sense as we all tell stories, we're talking about history. And we tend to make it a lot more cogent and logical than it probably is in the moment, right? When we were living the moment instead of looking back on history. So yeah, my journey in the food space began in 2011, 2010, 2011. Um, was living in La Jolla with a bunch of friends in this amazing house, and Cowie lived there, who's my partner and co-founder in Barnana, and then Nick, we all connected because he's an amazing designer, and that was like the early origins of Barnana. But Barnana was very much Cowie's idea. Cowie grew up in Brazil, and he had this idea to bring this really popular banana snack to the States. In Brazil, this snack was called Bananania, and he was just enthralled with bringing the snack. And none of us were in the industry, and we all just would eat it because he'd bring it back. And then like the default was, oh, this has to exist in like Whole Foods, right? You got to go to Whole Foods to be able to buy this, and hence where everybody's journey begins. Of like, wait, this doesn't exist. This is not sold. And then that starts the kind of creative journey and the quest to find why and how and why not. And that just led us down a rabbit hole, and we ended up launching the brand right around that time frame at Expo West. Like I said, none of us knew what we were doing. We had no experience, and 10 years later, a lot more lucky than smart, and that brand's done well. And we've evolved the brand a lot from just these like OG banana bites, but been an amazing journey. Also met amazing people on the low, had great mentors along the way, and that brand's still doing phenomenal. And I tip my hat to that leadership team there. Continue to steward the brand and grow it, and so they're doing a great job.
That's awesome, man. And one thing I want to touch on too, that for those that don't know at least some of the history of Barnana, I've been following you guys obviously since I believe 2014 when I saw someone sampling actually at La Jolla. It was La Jolla,
Yeah, that's
Whole
where we started
Foods.
the business in La Jolla. Yeah.
Yep, I remember like it was like fairly new and all that, and then I remember trying it, and there was peanut butter and red original and chocolate, I believe.
Yeah.
But I I liked the banana bites. I like the banana bites, but I wasn't obsessed about them.
Yeah.
And everyone's different. Some people love the banana bites. What got me
Yeah.
really obsessed with Barnana were the plantain chips, that came out a few
Yeah.
years back. And I think like that's a great case study. And I posted this on LinkedIn about innovation, something new that could become your front runner.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's your front runner or not, but I imagine
No, it absolutely is.
it absolutely is. So like
Yeah, it's the majority of the business.
you guys innovated the plantain chip. Tell us like the process in that. Like what made you take the chance in that category? Were you expecting it to become the front runner? Just tell us more about that history.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll just take a step back on the Barnana journey because, I think we got a lot of criticism, valid criticism early on that, the brand name was Barnana, and how far can we take that, right? Would the notion of bananas being like the linchpin be a limiting factor? And so I think we had this in our mind a lot, where how many banana things can you make, right? How far could that go? And so, early on, we had a pipeline filled out of all banana-based products, right? And we were inspired by the folks from Vita Coco and the folks from Samazon, about even Palm Wonderful, right? About building a brand around a single item or a fruit, right? So those brands inspired us. So we had a lot of ideas in the pipeline as we continued growing, and the base was the banana bites. The credit really goes to Cowie for the chief-lays or the plantain chips, spending time in South America and understanding how big that category is down there, and then really looking at it in the States, and seeing that it was, before we launched plantain chips, it was very ethnic. Plantain chips are a great snack, but it was really dominated by the ethnic channel. And you had Terra chips doing some stuff with it, but really not mainstream. And I think we felt like it was on brand and a unique enough product. And I think we also got the benefit of plantains actually just started growing. We were well timed in that category. And, the other thing for us on that is Costco's been a great partner for us on that and educating the consumer on plantains. And,
Oh yeah.
So a lot of this is luck and timing. And, I think we have a better product. We small batch and coconut oil, and it's just 3 ingredients in the product.
Yeah, it's so
So
awesome.
I think it's a
Amazing
superior product.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I'm all about simplicity, right? And like the Genius brand is all about simplicity, which reflects what I want to put in the market to benefit, humankind. And the fact that it's literally plantains, are like bananas, like plantains.
Yeah.
It's avocado oil and Himalayan pink salt. I think that's it, right? It's
Yep.
three
That's
ingredients,
it.
and
Yeah.
it tastes so damn good because it's like literally just that sweetness from nature. And I see it in so many baskets in Costco. Like Costco is just, it's
We're
amazing.
cranking in Costco. That
Yeah, just
retailer is an amazing retailer, and we've built the brand. We've built a decent household penetration awareness with Barnana
hmm
and Costco, and
yep,
you know we're doing the same with Keto Krisp. And I think the learning I've had is when you make a good tasting product, the best marketing is to put your product in people's mouths, right?
yep,
And there's a handful of retailers in the country that can allow you to do that really effectively. Costco being definitely one of them.
exactly,
And so you start to reach some pretty good escape velocities by just really doing a heavy Costco program early on, and it's a lot more effective on your trade spend too, especially when you have a great product.
exactly. And like the plantain chips at Barnana are just like basically the most sampleable types of products.
Yeah.
You have a chip, you taste it, it tastes great. You buy the bag, and that bag for how big it is, it goes fast. It's pretty scary actually.
What's funny, Alex, is I've always thought that, but after I had hesitations in wanting to run a bar business, right? Like
Right.
who needs another bar? And
Yep.
the thing about bars is that it is the easiest thing to sample. You just give a bar away, right?
Yep.
And it's already packaged in a quasi effective form of sampling.
Exactly.
And so, the sampling opportunity is amazing. And we do a lot of trial with just giving bars away.
Exactly. And it's so onto the bar part, right? Where as you're segueing to it,
Yeah.
it tastes great. The one thing that I'll say about it, not to make this like a whole like a plug or anything, but this is just the truth, is really impressed. And we talked offline about this that it's a keto bar, right? Keto Krisp. It's like Rice Krispie kind of like texture. It's really awesome. Most bar, I'm gonna just come out and say it because this is a show about truth. Most keto bars honestly taste like shit to me. It tastes
Yeah.
terrible. Like it's too much monk fruit or stevia.
Yep.
It's off. It's not formulated well. The texture is weird. It's really chewy. They try adding too many ingredients to it. Keto Krisp is the first keto bar that I really liked. My wife, who does some keto, she loves it
Yeah. Oh,
as
that's great.
well. So, and the packaging is awesome. Tell us the story about how you became the CEO of Keto Krisp, right?
Yeah.
You have this great story, great product,
Yeah.
Adam, great founder, co-founder.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved?
Yeah. I think a lot of life is just luck and timing. And I'm a big feel and emotion guy. Um, and so we had our second child in LA, and I'm from San Diego. My wife and I, we knew for a while we wanted to make a change and get back to San Diego where we're from. And so we put the motion in place of getting back to San Diego. This was before the pandemic. And so, I had a conversation with King Cowway about, taking a step down from the day to day and getting back to San Diego and, spending time with family and just kind of that like digestive process. And plan was just to take some time and hang out for a bit and spend time with the kids. And I got introduced to Adam through a friend of a friend. And I really hope that you guys can have Adam and anybody here can get a chance to meet Adam, but just like a larger in life, inspirational character that, is on a mission. And I got to give them so much credit because they built an amazing tasting bar, right? Like Alex, I didn't create this bar, Adam did. And once you try it, you're kind of like, hey, I think there's something here. And then we went back and forth a bit on strategy and what it would look like, and just the feeling was good and the people were right. And so I took an opportunity there to be CEO, and it's been about 18 months now, and it's been a wild journey. We've conquered, we've done a lot. This is all through the pandemic. Very happy with the outcomes, but we have a lot more to do. So it's been great. I think the funnest thing is like doing it with good people, right? And people that deserve winning and deserve outcomes that are positive. And Adam's that kind of guy. So
Hmm. That's fantastic. So yeah, and the branding too. Was it Adam who also envisioned the branding of it, like the black and white with the color in there?
yeah,
Yeah, it's really well
we've
done.
evolved the brand. We've evolved the brand quite a bit.
hmm
I think the early naming convention in hindsight has worked out really well.
Yeah.
I think about this a lot in what you and I are. Everybody's doing this category is we're like probably the boldest brand on pack screaming keto. It's in the product name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that really it drives really effective trial. So people will give it a chance because we're like in your face about it, right?
Exactly.
And then we happen to have a good tasting product. So I think that's the flywheel that's been working thus far. Just really bold keto, and then that drives trial, and then a good tasting product. But we also work closely with the guys that interact, and so Blake and his team, they've been instrumental partners in helping us scale a brand and also evolve it as we've been flexing it, and it's changed a bit. We're bringing out other product lines and so it's working really well.
Awesome. There's the laundry bomb in the background, right?
Yeah, yeah, great.
It's Matt's wife. Say
She's
hello.
the smart one. We should have her on. She's actually the one with all the knowledge. I'm just the spokesperson.
Exactly. The talking head. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't give yourself enough credit. No, but yeah, I think it's what's really cool about what you've done with this, just like with Barnana in a way, right? But with Keto Krisp, is going all in, like on a certain category or all in on a certain type of food.
Yeah.
And you take a big chance, but keto is a big enough growing category. It's still niche, but it's growing, and a lot of people
Yeah.
just see the word keto and they want it, and they know what keto means, like low sugar and
Yeah.
low carbs, like net carbs are low. So I think like by you doubling down on the word keto and not just calling it, like the cool bar and then but it's keto like on the bottom, by really
Yeah.
doubling down on that and screaming that to the consumer, they see it and they know right
Yeah.
away what this bar is about. But what's really cool is it gets people that are not even keto people because it's great tasting. So
This is the
that works
trade-off
out.
that we think about a lot is like, you know, keto if you're a keto consumer, you're getting it's low carb, low sugar. Um, if you're not a keto consumer, you might be turned off by it. So there's definitely a balance there, right? Because I think what we found is, I mean, we're in 7 regions of Costco right now, and I make this is a little anecdotal, but I know for
With
certain that
with
like
with keto with Keto Krisp, you're in 7 regions.
yeah, yeah,
Wow. Okay, so you just went
and I
full, like
just
hard
know
on
that
with
like
them. Wow.
the number of consumers buying our product just by virtue of the cases we're selling through Costco, they're not all keto. It's just it can't be. There's not that many people that are eating a keto diet, and
Right.
so it's safe to say that like keto is an attribute that people are interested in. They're not all in ketosis, but that attribute is a hook. And then if we just have a great tasting product that delivers, then it's in their basket now, right? Whether you call it Keto Krisp or not. And so I
Exactly.
think that's kind of how we think about it.
Exactly. And what's cool about Costco too is you have packaging, right? You don't just have the bar sitting on a shelf, but you have a big master case, right? That can
Yeah,
display attributes and benefits to the, club member or
yeah,
consumer. So the fact that you can say, it is low sugar, it is like low net carbs, it tastes great, it has a great crunch to it, like all those things, you can communicate that to the consumer
yeah.
where
I
they
mean,
don't even have to know what keto is, but they do know they want low
exactly.
sugar, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Seven
think
regions. Go ahead. I interrupted.
yeah, I mean, just think that this too is that competing at retail on shelf is very difficult, right? It takes a lot of capital,
Yep.
and for most brands, for you have probably an inch and a half by 4 inches of real estate to communicate your messaging outside of shelf talkers and demos, and so and for bars, we have 3.5 inches by 2 inches, right? And that's not a lot, and so Costco, you have 4 feet by 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
So it's a bit more of a billboard. The downside of building the brands for Costco, which we've done at both, is you have to balance that value game, the value at retail and the Costco value, and it's not always easy.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Costco is, yeah, I mean, they usually demand a kind of a custom package. You have to make certain
Yep.
things for them. They do
Yeah.
rotations where they bring it in, they take it out. But
Yep.
the takeaway that I have is that you understand what works and where it works and where you need to go. And you knew when becoming the CEO of this company, you're like, I know this can do well in Costco. It's a new product. It's been out for,
Yeah.
you probably started the process in your first like 6 months, I imagine, just selling it into
Oh yeah.
Costco.
It's
Yeah,
90
maybe
days.
first 90 days. The first
Yeah.
day, you're like
Yeah.
on speed dial, but you knew that it was a fit there because you've done market research. You're careful about where you go. You know that it's in demand, and they have an entire aisle for keto. like at Costco,
Yeah.
like near the checkout.
Exactly.
So it's really great,
And that
man.
the
Yeah,
Costco members they like to explore, right?
exactly. Try new things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
how was it launching in Costco when there were no demos? I mean, was that like during the like heat of the pandemic, like
Yeah.
last year and early,
Yeah.
2021 and part of 2020?
We did our first rotation in August of 2021.
Okay.
And they were just allowing demos to
Oh,
start going.
okay, that's
But
good.
I mean, hands down, absolutely like heavy demo program. And it goes back to like, you got to put product in people's mouths to engage them. And,
Exactly.
especially when you have good products, we were talking about this, right? So we spend a hefty amount on demos, whether that's at Whole Foods or at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you don't overthink this stuff, right? We sell food, we make food, and we just got to get people to
Well,
try
they
the food.
try it. Simple as that, especially if
Exactly.
it's delicious. So
Yeah.
what are the top last question? I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's the top selling flavor?
Almond butter. Almond butter and almond butter chocolate chip are number one. We just like 8 days ago launched a brand new item nationally in Whole Foods called butter and salt, and
I saw
it
this. I
is
saw this
yeah,
on LinkedIn. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those flavors where we definitely took a risk. I think we absolutely nailed it on the taste. We're 8 days into the data, so it's a little early to predict, but I have a funny feeling that this is going to be one of those like cultish, weird, like hardcore lover items that it's going to be
Yeah.
in our top two, top three.
It's going to be
We'll see.
your pumpkin spice latte, right?
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's been weird flavors coming out from many different brands, like chocolate, like birthday cake or cookie dough. Even though
Yeah,
it's become more common now, but back in the day, like you do these avant-garde weird flavors. May not be your
yep,
best seller, but it's not a dog because you have loyal fans that literally only
yeah,
want that one when they go to the store, right?
yeah.
Well, let's go
So
to
we're
our
fired up
next.
on that one.
Yeah, I can't.
We'll see how it
I'm
shakes
gonna go
out.
out and try it. It's at every Whole Foods, right?
Yeah, it's a hopefully love your feedback.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on the way home, and then I will text you, email you, and let you know how I like it.
Love it, love it.
Yeah, or
Good
how I
stuff,
love
bud.
it. Could be like, could be love. It will be one of the two.
Yeah,
All
I
right, so
like
our
it.
next segment is called Rapid Fire Questions.
Love it.
Rapid Fire Questions. All right, these rapid fire questions are low sugar. They have a lot of protein, and you also burn some carbs while answering them. So it's very keto friendly, keto adjacent. All right, you ready to go?
Ready.
Okay. All right, and if again, laundry stuff in the background. If she needs to help you,
All fair game. All fair
yeah,
game.
yeah, because like you said, she's the brains, right? All right, so here we go. For music, which decade is best? The 70s, 80s, or 90s for music?
I'm going 70s.
Right on. You were I think, the second person to answer 70s in all the times we asked it. It's usually 80s or 90s, or most likely
I just was
90s.
inspired by my dad. I just road trips with my dad. He would always play.
So,
That was his genre of music, and so it just stuck with me.
love it. Like the Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. A lot of great rock bands came out of the 70s
The
too.
Doors.
The
Yeah,
Doors.
just killer.
Yep. Yep. Movie. I actually skipped one. What do you do for exercise?
I'm a runner. Used to do a lot more of it, but just try to do as much as possible. But long distance running.
Yep. Same as you, man. Like 10 miles plus if I can. Are things breaking down? Like things are starting to break down for me, like knees and
I
like
just did a 4 mile run today, and I was like, oh, that shouldn't feel as hard as it did. So
exactly. It's like shorter distances and you hurt more after. It's like a law of
yeah,
diminishing returns as we get older
yeah.
and are running. I'm 30 not. How old are you? I never asked.
I'm 34.
34. Yep. So we're kind of at that age where you start to feel things, right, when
Yeah,
exercising. That's why I golf. I
absolutely.
don't, I can't get injured while golfing unless a ball hits me in the
I
head.
hope not. I gotta admit, I have been injured golfing, and it's embarrassing. So
Oh, like when in your swing, like you pulled a muscle or
yeah,
something?
like the next day, you're like, oh man, my back is sore. Like, what's going on there? By the way, if you golf, we should go out and play.
Absolutely, man. Coronado, San Diego. There's so many
Yeah,
great courses
I'm
there.
playing there on Saturday.
Oh, really? Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah, back nine, or is it a 9 course or 18?
it's 18, but the back nine's incredible, right? You're on the water the whole time.
So awesome. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Next time I'm down there, we're
Oh, yeah.
playing. But
Yeah.
you got to get the tee time because it's impossible to get tee times.
I'll get it. I'll get it down.
Yeah, 9 at 9, right? Like not 9 days before 9 a.m., right?
Yeah. I got the system locked. So if you want to play, just let me know.
Please. We got to get those tee times going. All right. Cool, man. Next question. Movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
Well, it's active in our households. Toy Story, with the kids. I've probably watched Toy Story 30 times in the last 6 months.
Wow.
So it's just by virtue of the kids' favorite movie right now. So, I don't know what that says about our parenting style that we have that much movies, but that's what's going on in the Clifford household.
Hey, keeps them occupied, right? That's the name of the game. All right, so that's funny. So chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Favorite country to travel to?
France.
Favorite Star Wars character?
God, that's a good one. I'm gonna go Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. All right. What is your
That was a
spirit
good
animal?
Chewbacca, by the way.
Oh yeah, I've been practicing. That's my
That
side
was
gig. I want to be in the.
Yeah.
They had like, I'm not even watching them. I wish I was. There's the new Star Wars show
The
on
Mandalorian.
The
all the stuff. Have you
Mandalorian.
seen
Yeah, they have like shows about like different characters, and they have Boba Fett. Next one is Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I got the body
Oh,
physique for it.
I didn't think the Boba Fett one was great. The Mandalorian was terrific.
Yeah, I gotta like get into it. I'm so loyal to the
Dude,
Star
you're doing
Wars.
podcasts full time. You can't get into it, man. You got your own thing going. You can't be watching Boba Fett. You got podcasts to do.
Too much shit. I am the Boba Fett of podcasting. All right. All right. So next one. Did you ever, you said Chewbacca. Do you like to drive an SUV? Actually, no. Spirit animal. What is that one? I don't think I got
Spirit
an answer.
animal. Probably a lion.
Lion. Very appropriate, man. You're out there. You're doing it. King of the jungle. Do you like to drive an SUV, coupe, or truck?
Truck.
For food, salty or sweet?
Salty.
I knew it. Favorite day of the week and why?
I like a good Wednesday. I'm a
Wednesday's
solid
good.
Wednesday guy. I'm a good hump day guy. Like we got a lot to do yet, but we've already made some progress here.
I love that. That's awesome. Uber or Lyft?
Uber.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant? Greatest of all time.
MJ.
Terminator 1 or Terminator 2? That's a movie you got to play in the household for the kids, especially T1, because it's even more.
T1.
violent.
I think you might be a little too early for T1. We have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. They might get a little freaked out on Terminator, but for sure, Terminator is on the short list when they're older.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
maybe
OG Terminator.
OG number 1. Maybe wait till they're like maybe like 3, and then you can show them. Right?
Yeah, I showed our son Ronan Transformers, and you could just tell he was up all night thinking about how a car becomes a robot. This processing of it was just terrific.
If that kind of like keeps him up at night, imagine where a human is actually a killing robot.
Yeah.
He'll look at every person and be like, "Are you a Terminator?" All right, I could see that happening. Favorite food or drink if you're stuck on a deserted island? You cannot say Keto Krisp. You cannot say Barnana. You cannot say Genius Juice, and you can't say any brand affiliated with Naturally San Diego. That eliminates like your top 100 brands that you love.
Yeah. I eat a lot of, I mean, it wouldn't be my go-to, but I eat a lot of Simple Mills crackers. They're almond flour crackers.
I love Simple Mills. Oh my God, shout out.
She's a great friend, and like I've loved her journey, and so I think they make a great product, right? I'm a big fan of that product. Listen, I'm a big fan of Perfect Bar. Like I think that they've done a great job on that brand too. It's in my household. I drink a lot of this product, Tejava tea. I'm a big fan of this.
I thought you were gonna bring up like this, like Genius Juice. I was like,
yeah, and this product.
We'll have our producer Mark. He's gonna superimpose the Genius bottle in your hand.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit that later.
Yeah.
The magic of
That'd be great.
podcasting. Yep. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know, that's a handful.
Cool. That is rapid fire questions with Matt Clifford, CPG legend, CEO of Keto Krisp, co-founder of Barnana, one of the best, I think not even one, the best plantain chip of all time. So awesome, man. Given your experience, any other kind of closing words for all the entrepreneurs watching on LinkedIn or listening in?
Yeah,
Anything you want to say?
my 2 cents here. My 2 cents here are, I started in this industry. I was 23 years old, and super passionate, naive, and young, and just excited. And there were so many people that helped us and continue to help me through the years, and that's why I love this industry. And so, I just say reach out. Like, if you want to talk to somebody in this industry, just reach out, and most of the good people are willing to help, because it is a grind and it's a journey with ups and downs. And I think building a consumer goods packaged brand is super difficult. But I think that there's amazing group of people that just want everybody to win and succeed, and that's why I love this industry.
Awesome. Very well said. If someone wants to get a hold of you, they can obviously message you on LinkedIn. But
Yep.
email, what's the best email?
Yeah, Matt at Keto Krisp. Shoot me a note, and I'm really responsive on LinkedIn too. And I do all I can to help out wherever possible, whether it's naturally San Diego. And this is a lifestyle. This is something that you do this because you love it. It's not something you do because it's like, we live this. This is my life, and I just love. When we all go to the store, it's not like we're looking at our products. We're looking at everybody else's products.
Yeah.
We're picking up the label, we're reading them because we love it.
Exactly. The passion, baby. It's all about the passion and love. Love that, man.
Yeah.
And you wear that on your sleeve. It shows when you talk about the industry. It's like it's an honor to have you on our show, man, and share your story. And congratulations on you're like raising the cup. You're going to raise the cup a second time. You did it with Barnana. Now it's going to happen with Keto Krisp. It's going to happen, man.
Let's hope so. I like it.
Awesome, brother.
I appreciate it, Alex. Good luck to you, man. I really love what you're doing as well, and let's stay in touch.
Absolutely. I'll see you on the course.
All right, buddy.
All right. Take care, Matt. All right. So that is episode 131 of 15 Minutes of Genius. We bring on this guy's like a legend. It's so awesome to have him on. So, and I definitely think he recommended to bring on Adam, the co-founder of Keto Krisp, and his story of having cerebral palsy, being in a wheelchair all of his life, and creating this great brand, and not letting anything stand in his way or stop him. Really, really inspiring. So, so that is the episode. Make sure to listen to us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. All of our episodes are on there, all 131. Can't believe we're at that many, but it's awesome. Big plug for Mark Nicholas, Mark N. at hadmeetstudios.net as I move to the center here. So the text centers me to make sure that I'm in the center. Did I say center too many times? So make sure to reach out to him. He does podcasts, he does video, he does audio, he does social media videos, he does the entire thing. So that is it. And one last thing. What did it say on the glass here? Stay genius, my friends.
Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.